Well, what can I say? I was influenced yet again by social media and all of the craze involving this custom curated set, the 7 for 77 from Tarte. Hi friends, welcome to today's video. We're gonna take a deep dive into this custom curated set that I picked up from Tarte. I ordered it during their mega sale, 7 for 77, plus a makeup bag. I'm gonna show you everything that I purchased in this kit. I'm gonna talk you through each piece and then we're gonna get into the application. And at the very end, I'm gonna tell you if everything turned out well, if it met up with my expectations, and do I think that this was actually worth the hype. So let's go. Let me show you the pieces that I selected for my custom kit. They do pre-designate the categories and the items within those categories to choose from. So for the first product, I chose the Face Tape Foundation. And I ordered the shade 16N, and it looks like it could be a little dark. I was having some issues deciding with shades, so we're just gonna make it work. Even if it's a little dark, it's gonna be fine. But this is the Face Tape Foundation. For the concealer, I picked the Shape Tape Concealer. This is a formula that I'm revisiting. I used this formula when it first became popular many years ago. This was probably at least 6 years ago, or maybe a little longer than that. And I just didn't see the hype. And this, the packaging still says America's #1 concealer brand. So that has me thinking, am I really missing out? Or maybe my skin at the time just was not the right pairing with this. I don't know. We're going to try this out. I did order this in the shade 16N as well. And just by looking at the concealer with the foundation, there is a shade variance between the 16N in the Shape Tape Concealer and then the Shape Tape Foundation. So maybe you can't see, but there is a difference. The concealer is a shade lighter than the foundation. So I was hoping that the foundation in 16N would have been closer to this tone, but it might just all work out in the end, so it's okay. For the blush, I picked the Satin Blush, the Maneater ones. I do like this formula, and I picked the shade Warm Pink. I previously owned some of the other shades. The pink shade, which is one of my favorites. It's a cool tone classic pink with a satin finish. So Warm Pink that I ordered with the set is a little bit more of a corally kind of pinky tone. So I think it's a nice addition to my collection, and I do like this formula. I think it's easy to work with and blend, so I'm happy to see that that color option was also still in stock. Under the eye category, I went ahead and picked a double-ended product. It has a shadow stick on one end and a liner on the opposite end. I thought this was something that I could actually use, especially during those summer months where I'm wanting to get ready quick. I love a good shadow stick, and I haven't tried theirs, so I thought this was a great opportunity to try their shadow sticks and see what it's all about. This is the Quick Stick in Taupe, Luster, and Black. So black is the liner shade at the bottom, and then the Taupe Luster is that color there for the shadow stick. Under mascara, I chose the Tartelette Tubing Mascara because this is actually a great mascara. I have one already open, so this new one is going to go in my backup bin. I have the original and the XL. I love this formula. I will always have this tubing formula in my collection because it is the best. And then finally, the new product that I was excited to see part of this curated set was the Juicy Maracuja Melt Mask. And honestly, the applicator is what got me here, okay? This applicator, I just kind of saw it and I thought, I need this. And I picked the shade Icing, which is a light pink. So I'm excited to try this formula. I do like their Maracuja Juicy Lip products. I think that they're pretty good. Creamy, hydrating, soft, pigmented. So those were all the products. Now let's go ahead and apply these. Today's primer is going to be the Milani Blur Out Primer. This is one of my absolute holy grails from the drugstore. I love this so much. I don't have a Tarte primer, so I'm just going to plug in some other products in the areas that I have sort of gaps where I don't have the product from Tarte. I did already do my brows as well off camera. I used the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen and the Superlock Brow Glue from Maybelline. Next up, let's go into the Shape Tape Foundation. As I said earlier, the shade that I purchased is 16N. Let's prime that pump because it's a new one. Okay, and here's the texture of the foundation. It's a little bit on the thicker side. Now, I did prime the pump, and with that comes out more product initially, so this is probably close to 2 full pumps. I probably won't use that much. Maybe I can make this work. Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it'll be fine once I blend it in. There is a little bit of a scent though. I think there is fragrance in this, which I'm not a huge fan of it. Something to know, I did pick up a scent immediately. And I'm using my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush to blend this in. This is such a great brush for a lot of my steps. It's like a brush that can do pretty much everything. And that shade, actually, I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, I think we can make it work. Yay. So it's not too bad. It looked a little scary initially, but it's not bad. This is the side that I blended in the foundation. So this is half of my face done. And then here is just skincare and primer. And it does give quite the coverage. It is definitely a full coverage foundation. The shade is fine. I do feel like it's kind of clinging around the edge of my nose. So maybe I didn't blend the primer that well because my skincare routine is very hydrating and a lot of layers of moisture and hydration. So I know it's not my skin that's dehydrated. Plus I just recently exfoliated with the Medicube Zero Pore Pads last night. So I know that my skin isn't dry and there's no texture. So I think it's just this foundation is probably not the best match to go with this, which kind of makes me a little sad because I love this primer. But that's okay. I can always use other primers. So what I'm going to do is before this dries on my hand, I'm going to go in and finish the other side of my face. Here we go. Let's put some Shape Tape on in the shade 16N. I'm only going to do dots like I typically do. I'm not going to use any more than I feel is necessary. So I have some discoloration out here in the outer corners of the eye. And then I do need some coverage under the eyes because I had some dark circles that were looking a little busted. I didn't sleep that great last night. So let's see how well Shape Tape is going to cover for me today. And I'm going to go in with the Morphe M132 brush, which is an angled concealer brush like this. It's one of my favorites from the range. And I'm just going to kind of tap to keep the concealer and the coverage right where I need it. And then start blending outwards and up to create a lift with the eye. And then usually what's left on my brush, I will then go over my lids to help kind of cancel out any discoloration and veining that I have there. And I do want to pull this down a little bit lower to see how it blends over the foundation. So here we are with the Shape Tape blended in, and I do think that this time around I'm having a much better result with it. The first time I used it 6+ years ago, it wasn't quite my favorite concealer, and now I feel like, I don't know if they've changed it since then, the formula, but this is much, much better, and it did a great job at covering. So yay, I do like this concealer. What's left on my brush, I'm going to go down the center of the nose, the chin area, and between the brows and the center of the face and the forehead area. And then go around the brows to make sure I have enough foundation and coverage around that since I did those before filming. Before I set my concealer, I do want to go in with a little bit of bronzer, and I might as well plug in as many Tarte products as I can into this video. So this is the Sculpt Tape in the shade Cool Bronze. And I'm just going to do my little dots, tiny little dots here. And on this side here, a little bit higher up, just because it's more of like a bronzing type of product. And then I'm going to use one of my favorite brushes from e.l.f., the Dual Complexion Brush, to blend this out. And this was another product that I bought because I was influenced on TikTok. It looks so beautiful. I had a different shade, which was soft bronze, and I wasn't quite a fan of it. I felt like it had a little bit of gray, but it also had a sheen to it, which I wasn't a fan of. And I don't really see that too much with this one. And I like the tone of this one, the Cool Bronze, much better. Even though it says Cool Bronze, it does give you some warmth and it looks really, really pretty. So I do love this product from Tarte. And this, again, is not part of the kit. I don't think any of their bronzers were part of the kit this time around. I don't know if they have been in years past because I've been skipping out on these custom sets. Like I never really buy them until now. Now, let's go into the blush, the Maneater Satin Blush in the shade called Warm Pink. That is the swatch of the Warm Pink, which is a really pretty corally type shade. It's got a little bit of brightness to it. Let me compare that to the other shade that I own in this range, which is the shade called Pink. This one's a little bit more of a cool pink color, which I love, and I like using this for every day because it goes with everything. If you like the cool tone colors, you will love this shade. It's absolutely stunning. And I'm going to go back into that Dual Complexion Brush from e.l.f. And then we're going to just start applying. That's so pretty. Gives you a nice little hint of warmth without being too over the top. Gives a nice pretty pink color to the cheeks. I'm going to go in for a little bit more. You could do the applicator directly onto your face if you wanted to. I just typically don't like to do that. I like to use my hand as a palette. And here we go. Building up that color, look how pretty that looks. And I'm going to blend and apply this product, but I'm also going to bring it a little bit up towards the concealer since it hasn't been set yet. It's going to vibe well with those cream-based products that I used initially. And then we'll bring in a little bit of setting powder to set the T-zone and under eye area. And what's left, I'm just gonna graze across the top of my forehead, over the nose for like that faux sunburnt look. And that looks fresh, it looks youthful. There's a little bit of a satin finish to it, so it's not quite matte, but it's also not dewy, it's not greasy, it's not emollient, and it wears well, for me at least, throughout the day. And I love the shade, so yay, I'm happy about this one as well. For my setting powder, I'm gonna use my Infallible Blurfection powder from L'Oreal in the pink shade. This cannot be beat. There's nothing that compares to this at the drugstore. This is the absolute best loose setting powder that you can buy. Period. Okay? And let me just show you. I'm going to do one side. I'm going to set my under eyes right through here. Set this side. Maybe a little bit of the foundation underneath the blush and bronzer. Side of the nose and right in through the center where I did a little bit of the concealer. And then this is the half that we just set. And then this side has no powder whatsoever. Not that you need to put powder with these products. So far it's looking fine. But this just looks much smoother, blurred the line from the concealer into everything else. It's just incredible. If you have not tried this powder, get you some. I'll link it for you down below. From here, I want to create an eye look, and part of the kit I chose for the eye category was the quick stick. This has a shadow stick on one end and a black eyeliner on the opposite end. But I think I want to do a little bit of bronzer first in my crease just to create a little bit of shape. And I'm using my L'Oreal Infallible bronzer in the shade Light. I believe it's number 250. So let's just blend a little bit of this through the crease and also under the eyes. Really simple. And that's the color there. I know it's right over the blush, but it's kind of like a taupey, smoky kind of shade with a beautiful sheen to it. Do you see that? So pretty. And let me swatch the eyeliner right next to it. Whoa, this is creamy and ultra pigmented. Look how dark that is. I'm a little scared, actually. I'm a little scared. It's a twist up. Both of them are, so you don't have to sharpen anything. Great for on the go. So let's go ahead and start with the shadow stick. And I'm going to do one eye at a time. I'm going to just kind of scribble this on close to the root of my lashes and up towards the crease. Just like that. And I'm going to use my finger to help me blend that towards the bronzer. And what I love about these shadow sticks, or any shadow stick, is how quick and easy it is to create a look. And that's done. You don't have to do anything else. Just mascara, liner's optional, and you're done. Look how simple that was. It's color, but it's not intense. It's not too much. It's a little smoky, but it's not overdone, and it's also not understated either. It's pretty, and I love that color. That's beautiful. Love it. I'm also taking that same color and running it under the eye as well. So I just kind of ran it with the pencil and then use my finger like I did on the upper lid to blend out, and done. You can go back into your crease brush if you want. Let's add a little bit more bronzer right underneath just to deepen things up just a pinch. And look how easy that was. Now the liner is included with this product. It's optional if you want to use it. I think I will, just to tell you if I like the formula. But honestly, with this, I would just do mascara and out the door I go. Super simple. I love a good shadow stick for quick routines, convenience. I love it. So now let's go in with the eyeliner side. And I'm going to do little tiny dashes across my upper lash line. And for this, I'm using a BK Beauty 210 brush. It's the perfect tiny, tiny little pencil brush that helps with blending. And you just soften that and blend that right into the cream shadow. And I'm also going to use that same eyeliner to tightline and fill in the little gaps in between the lashes just to make them look thicker. The final thing for today's eye look is to finish off with the mascara. I'm going to use the one that I already have open because it's not quite ready to be thrown into an empties bin. I'm going to save the new one that came in my kit for a backup. I love this formula. I think it's one of the best high-end tubing formulas that you can purchase. The XL version that has a kind of golden yellow packaging is pretty much the exact same thing. I don't really see a difference. I love this. It stays on so incredibly well, and it looks beautiful on the lashes, and you can build it up with that second coat. It comes off pretty easily with warm soapy water or makeup remover. No issues with it ruining the lashes. I love this formula. So I'm going to do 2 coats on the top and 1 coat on my bottom lashes. For lips, let's go into the lip product that I selected for my kit. This is the Juicy Melt Mask. This is actually one of their new products. Comes in 3 shades, and this applicator is the reason why I bought this product. I'm not gonna lie. It just got to me. It's kind of like a little hand that's supposed to sit perfectly on your lips and just kind of coat them evenly. It has that kind of plush, pillowy type of applicator. So you click at the bottom, and it's supposed to, after a couple clicks, let's see how long it takes for it to come out through the very center. It's gonna come pretty much clear when you put this on. It has a bit of a pink tint to it. This is a shade called Icing. And let's go ahead and apply this. Oh yeah, I like this applicator a lot. It's like it's perfectly made and sculpted for your lips. I need a little bit more of the formula. So this is the Melt Mask in Icing. And just as I suspected, this on my lips looks completely clear. So to me, I feel like the lip is just a little bit incomplete. So I'm gonna add some other products to create a full lip look, but the formula feels really nice. Now I'm back with what feels to me a much more complete lip look to go with the full face. So this is what I did. I took my hot liner from Kosas, and this is the shade called Mega. It's a nice cool tone pink shade. I lined and I filled in my lips almost entirely with this pencil. Then I went in with the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in the shade Cherry Blossom, which is a light pale kind of cool pink type shade, and I love this formula. I have 4 of them. I think that this is pretty great for lips because it's nourishing, it's comforting, it feels like silk and buttery, it fills in the lines of the lips, gives you a little bit of color, a little soft tingle to the lips, so it's all the things, and then the high shine, I really do like it, and I like the little clicking thing. Their new Melt Mask is the same thing. You kind of click it at the bottom. I just want a little bit more pigment from this, but I can see this being great to use like a lip mask to prep the lips in advance. So put this on before I start putting on my makeup products while I'm doing my skin prep maybe, or even keep it upstairs and use it after my skincare routine because this doesn't really have any color to it. I do like the formula. I'm not knocking it. I just like a little bit more color to my lips. So it feels much more complete to me. Now that everything has been applied, do I feel like this was actually worth the $77? Having all of these pieces, was it worth trying out and being influenced? And I would have to say that the majority of everything turned out really well. Looking back, I feel like everything turned out nicely, everything blended out well and played nicely with each other. So I do like that. Now, with the foundation, that is the one product that I would say I'm kind of like on the fence about because the skin needs to be prepped really well for this. This is a full coverage foundation, and the skin prep has to be number one when you're using very full coverage products in general. It doesn't matter if it's this brand, drugstore, or other high-end brands, you have to prep the skin. And I did cut corners this morning trying to get down here as quickly as I could while my kids were still sleeping this morning. So I did not do all of my steps, and I can tell a difference, which makes me believe that my skincare is actually working. And this foundation requires better skin prep than what I did. And that is the only thing that I'm going to say negative with this video today, is that going forward, I will definitely prep my skin better with this. I was surprised with the Shape Tape Concealer trying it out 6+ years later. And I actually do enjoy it now when before I didn't even like it. I didn't see the hype. I didn't understand why people loved it so much and was so thrilled about that. And now I can see it's definitely much more improved. And I think they might have changed the formula because this is not the Shape Tape I remember. At least I don't think so. Right now, as of today, I do feel like the $77 that I spent was actually well worth the try and the spend. If you ever wondered about the kits and whether or not they're actually worth the money, I hope that this video helped clarify that for you. If you have any more questions about the products, if you want to see these products in other videos as well, let me know. And I also want to know, if you bought the kit, what did you pick? I'm kind of curious to see what other people put in their custom curated kits. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video. Take care, you guys. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.